Welcome back to Follow Your Gut. I'm Juniper, founder of Only. This episode is for the woman who has been doing everything she can to get through the day, managing the bloating, the anxiety, the fatigue, the skin flare, the hormone dysregulation, whatever feels loudest that week. And it's for the mom who's been trying to help her child. The eczema, the reflux, the constipation, the sleep struggles, the behavioral outbursts, the discomfort in their body, the knowing that something just isn't right. But there's a difference between quieting a symptom and understanding what the body is communicating with you. So today we are talking all about the difference between managing symptoms and actually healing. I want to start this one by removing the shame out of symptom management, because most of us don't manage symptoms because we're avoiding healing. In fact, it's the opposite. We manage symptoms because we're trying to survive the day, because we've never been taught the difference between managing and healing. It kind of looks the same. We manage symptoms because we need energy, we need to sleep, we need our skin to be calm so that we can get through the night, through the day. We need our child to stop hurting. We need something to feel easier right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. So take any shame out before we even get into this conversation, okay? But I also need you to know that relief has become the whole plan. That's the whole ideology behind our medical system, relief. And when we're only focused on relieving the symptoms, eventually symptoms move and suddenly you find yourself with a whole list of prescriptions or products to treat different symptoms. So I'm going to repeat what I said at the beginning. There's a big difference between managing symptoms and actually healing. And no one's talking about this. So of course, we don't know the difference. We're taught to respond to the symptom that's in front of us. If you feel bloated, manage that bloating. If you have a skin rash, fix the skin. If you're experiencing anxiety, manage that anxiety. If your child has ADHD, you need to focus on that ADHD. If it's behavioral issues, we better figure out the behavioral issues. These are all symptoms, though, of a deeper root issue. And if we're only managing, only relieving those specific symptoms, we're missing the bigger picture. But there's this massive disconnect because none of us are thinking, we just want to spend several years managing the symptoms. We do this because our system has conditioned us to think that symptom relief equals healing. And that's the problem. When relief is the only plan, when we're only focused on the relief, that's symptom management. So I'm going to use my son's experience as an example. He had 9 severe allergies. We, of course, eliminated those 9 allergens. They were so severe, we took them out of our house completely. None of us ate those foods. And even if his symptoms had improved, which they didn't, but say that they had, removing those allergens, that's relieving and focusing on that one symptom, right? On the allergies. It's not looking deeper at the root of why does he have these allergies in the first place? And even if allergies do run genetically in your family, that's not the end of the story. We don't have to accept that that's just the end of the line and that's just the way that it is. This is applicable to any symptom. Maybe eczema, maybe both you and your husband have eczema and now your child has eczema. That doesn't mean that's just the way that it is and that none of you can heal or get better, that you just have to manage that eczema for all of you. That eczema is a symptom of a deeper root issue. And let's say it is genetic. Our gene expression isn't fixed. Our genes are responding to our internal ecosystem. So going back to my son, we eliminated those 9 allergens, but that didn't fix the root of the problem, right? Because that was focused on that managing that one issue. The same is true for his eczema and his behavioral issues. And we tried every elimination diet and every cream and every topical support and every nervous system hack. We tried everything. But when symptoms start stacking one on top of another like this, it gets really defeating and really exhausting. And I actually remember this moment when I realized that I wasn't actually healing his body. I was just responding to whatever symptom was screaming at us the loudest that week. When you live in symptom management like this for long enough, your body starts to feel like something that you just have to constantly monitor. It becomes something that you're just scanning all the time. Your child's body becomes something that you're always observing. You're always watching. Is the skin flaring? How was their poop? Did they poop? Did that food cause something? Was there a connection there? Or why am I so tired again? Why is my body reacting to everything? And over time, instead of feeling connected to the body, you start to feel afraid of it. That's the part that no one talks about. Symptom management can keep you alive to every signal, but disconnect you from the deeper part of your being. Symptom management asks one question: how do I make this stop? Healing requires us to ask a different question. Why is this happening in the first place? I never wanted to manage my son's symptoms. I never wanted to just find relief. Healing was always the goal. But because our system isn't designed for healing, I was following a path that only led to relief. It didn't lead to healing. To me, healing is not about controlling the body. It's not about forcing the body into silence, which is why I refused the prescriptions for steroid creams and antacids and Miralax. Because healing isn't about suppressing every symptom as fast as we possibly can. It's about learning and listening. It's about continuing to advocate for yourself until you finally find something that connects all the symptoms to the root of the body, where you finally feel validated and you intuitively know that you're exactly in the right place. It's moving from reaction to relationship. This is why our gut health matters so much in the way we talk about healing, because the gut is the root. The gut is that connection piece to so many symptoms that people end up managing separately. Your skin, your digestion, your elimination, your inflammation, food cravings, picky eating, energy, mood, immune function, hormones, sleep, regulation, it's all connected. When we support the gut, we're not just trying to quiet one symptom. We're supporting the foundation that the whole body depends on. I also want to talk about how being symptom-free, that's not the only marker of healing. There's nuance to healing, because healing doesn't mean that you're never going to have a symptom again. That's not real. We are human. Our seasons change. Stress happens. Our kids grow. We are exposed to different pathogens and bacteria and yeast and parasites, toxins, heavy metals, chemicals, pesticides all the time. The goal is not to become obsessed with being symptom-free forever. The goal is resilience. The goal is a body that can respond, recover, regulate, and find balance again. Then healing isn't about perfection. It's about capacity. So I want you to identify where you are right now. The woman who is managing symptoms, you're living in reaction to your body. The woman who's healing is learning to be in relationship with your body. You're listening to your intuition. You stop waiting until your body is absolutely screaming. You don't need wellness to feel frantic anymore. You can be a whole, healed, thriving woman. And the mom who's healing her child, she doesn't have to live in panic either. She can notice patterns without spiraling. She can say something is communicating here. Most women come into healing wanting one symptom gone. They want the eczema gone, the acne gone, the bloating, the constipation, the anxiety, the allergies. But then something deeper happens when you heal the root of your body. So when you heal your gut, you experience clarity and more patience, more resilience, more presence. You sleep deeper. You feel less reactive. You feel inspired again. You feel connected to your body. You start saying things like, I had no idea how bad I felt until I felt better. And for children, it's not about the rash calming down or the reflux improving. It's seeing them more comfortable, more rested, more regulated, more at ease, and yes, of course, clear skin. But the goal isn't just fixing one symptom, it's healing the body as a whole. When I was in the thick of this with my son, I never heard a conversation like this. There was never a differentiation between symptom management and actual healing. Healing isn't the absence of symptoms. It's the restoration of the body. It's the body being able to speak clearly. It's being able to listen without fear. The body being able to respond, recover, regulate, and feel good. It's not a silent body. We do not want to silence our bodies. Our bodies are so beautifully communicating with us. I know that symptoms are so hard, but in so many ways we need to be celebrating them because it's our body working for us. It's the body saying, please, please help me. Please listen to me. Healing is about honoring symptoms as communication and an invitation to heal on the deepest level that there is. This is why only and the only rebalancing method exists, because we're here to help you and your child support the foundation of your body so that you can actually heal and so that your healing can be simple. If this episode helped you realize that you've been managing symptoms instead of actually healing, whether it's for yourself or for your child, I invite you to come and take our quiz. It's a really beautiful starting place. It gathers your unique symptoms, your patterns, your experience, then creates custom recommendations to help you understand what kind of support your body needs, what your child's body needs. Not so you can add more to the chaos, so that you can move from reacting to symptoms to supporting the body with so much clarity, so that you can actually heal from the root of your body. Your symptoms are not the enemy. Your child's symptoms are not a representation that their body is broken. They're communication. And when you stop only trying to silence them, you can finally start understanding what they've been trying to communicate in the first place. Managing symptoms, it might help you get through the day, but healing helps your body come back into relationship, rhythm, and resilience. That's the shift. That's the goal of healing, not fighting the body, but finally listening, honoring, and deeply supporting it. If this episode resonated, share it with a woman or a mother who's ready to lead her family's healing. Everything mentioned is linked for you in the show notes. You can also subscribe to the Nourish newsletter there. Everything shared here is for educational purposes only and not medical advice. Until next time, trust your body and follow your gut.